right, everyone loves to hate on the millennials. They're lazy, they're stupid, they're entitled, they're in debt. And yeah, a lot of them are, but a lot of them aren't. But the president knows, love them or hate them, that they are still the future of our country. And that's why Trump invited a number of them to the White House for a forum. Take a look.
What advice do you have for young patriots and conservatives on campus that support your agenda that are being ridiculed and silenced because of administrators that are clamping down on free speech?
So, Sean, it's a great question. I think the numbers are actually much different than people think. I think we have a lot of support. If they have one campus or two campuses, and we know what they are, it gets all the publicity. But you go to the real campuses, and you go all over the country. You go out to the Middle West. You go out even to the coast in many cases. We have a tremendous support. I would say we have majority support.
One of the millennials who attended yesterday's forum is Lawrence B. Jones. He is the editor-in-chief of Campus Reform. So, Lawrence, it is more than we think, but a majority support?
Yeah. Thanks for having me. I think the president wanted to essentially indicate that there are a lot of young people that are on these college campuses that support him, that are afraid to come out and support him because they are going to be labeled racist or bigoted. And so the numbers that you see are it's kind of like those hidden Trump voters that you took all these polls in the past election, and then all of a sudden you see the skyrocketing polls when he actually won.
Right. They don't admit it.
They don't admit it, but they actually would vote for him.
Right. Now, the thing is, you are on, your organization, Campus Reform, is on campuses, talking to these kids, often talking to liberals, and you've done videos which are hilarious because they just have no idea what they're talking about. I want to quickly run through some of the ridiculousness on campus because just read recently there's a Seattle University professor who is coming out against video games saying that they emphasize individual achievement rather than the collective, that they're resulting in really toxic spaces where the players are focused on individual glory. So basically he's coming out as a communist saying, you know, we want the collective, not the individual.
Right. So this is the typical behavior that's been taught on these college campuses that we report on at the Leadership Institute's Campus Reform. You know, I never thought that we would get to a place of society where individual success is actually shunned upon.
Yeah.
I mean, and this comes from that whole participation trophy generation where everyone has to win. There's no such thing as losers. And so what we're doing is we're not preparing our young people for the real world, because I can guarantee you when you go into the workforce, no one cares about your feelings. No one cares what your parents or professors think. They want to see if you can do the job. And I'm afraid that because of what's happening on these college campuses, that we're not preparing our young people for their next job.
We're actually not talking about preparing these students for individual success later in life. We're just coddling them and giving them a bubble. And something a lot of people are talking about is the need not to go to a 4-year liberal arts college if it's not for you, or any college, and that's a big issue for you.
Right, because I'm a big supporter of this because, you know, my first job was in the juvenile justice industry. My job was to help people get into the workforce, and a lot of them did not want to go to college, which is totally fine. But you know what? I don't know if you've looked at your plumbing bill. They get paid pretty well. Electricians get paid pretty well. People that are journeymen get paid pretty well.
And so let's watch what the president had to say about that.
We're trying a very big push for vocational schools. I like the name vocational school, where somebody's good at fixing motors. I remember I'd be in school in lower schools, and I'd be doing a test, and there'd be somebody on my right who was not too good. This was not a great student. This was not going to be Einstein academically, okay? And yet that person could fix an engine or a motor. So he was incredible, blindfolded. So we need vocational schools.
So, I mean, it's a good point, though.
I have to say, there's a certain rawness about this president to be able to just cut through the nonsense and say, you know what, look, he wasn't that smart. He wasn't book smart, but you know what? He could put a motor together. He can take it apart, and we need those people for those jobs.
And the thing is, he's going to end up what? He's going to end up spending $50,000 a year at a liberal arts college, and then he's going to go become a plumber, and he's going to be in debt. I mean, it's insane. Now, the other thing is that people on college campuses, they are afraid because they are going to be outcasts, and like you were saying earlier, they're afraid to actually speak out against what they believe. Stephen Crowder, who's one of our hosts here at CRTV, he actually went to speak at SMU, and here he is saying how all of this is actually enough to make millennials say that they're scared for the future generation. Let's watch.
And I look in here and I see people come up and say, hey man, I'm afraid to have kids because I don't know how they're going to be treated. Knowing how I was treated by professors, I don't know what they're going to be watching and seeing. Knowing what I grew up watching and seeing, I'm afraid to have kids because every single person in here is terrified about being silenced, they're terrified about being accosted, and they are terrified of being accused for something that you are not because of the ideas that you have. And here's the thing, your ideas are right. I don't know how long we'll be going on doing this, but I know how unsafe you feel. I know how fearful you feel, and we will fight this with every breath in our body.
So he's saying that people are afraid to actually say what they want on campus.
Yeah.
Are you, from your experience, are you seeing that people will not speak out against their professors? I mean, how bad is it?
I mean, we have definitely correspondents that have
Right.
been reporting this for a while at the Leadership Institute Campus Forum. I feel like the young people feel like they are being pressured by their professors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's an intimidating. Sure, these professors have free speech, but when you're in a position of authority like that, and your job is to foster an education environment for people to learn and then decide what they believe on, and then when you have conservative students in class that want to voice their opinion, and then you shun them, you harass them in the classroom, when you have students that are on the campus that rip down their signs and get violent, when you have Antifa, I think they're creating a culture where conservatives aren't welcome on these campuses.
And what is campus reform doing to fix that?
We report on it.
You report on it and
For
expose
so
it.
long, you know, the mainstream media is still not covering these stories. For so long, these people got away with this because there was no one to record it. There was no one to report on it. Right now, we're getting national attention and we open it up to all media. Fox seems to be the only media in CRTV, and some of the small.
I can't imagine why the other ones don't want to cover
they
it.
don't want to cover this information, and so now we're putting these professors on notice. They've even started to tell their students, watch out for these people.
Lawrence B. Jones, everyone, thank you, Lawrence, I appreciate it.
Thanks.
He is the editor-in-chief of Campus Reform. If you haven't watched their videos, go to their website. They're excellent. You can check them out at campusreform.org. They are over there a beacon of reasonable thinking amidst madness on college campuses. So check them out. Also, if you haven't already, please join CRTV. You can use the promo code WHB. That will get you $10 off your subscription. Go to crtv.com. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you next time.